Hey,
This is week 3. Really excited that you're all here. Thanks for coming and thanks for joining us on this throughout this series. So today we're going to talk about healthy soil. And this is really good where the rubber meets the road for this webinar series. As you know, obviously any good student of regenerative agriculture realizes that healthy soil is a fundamental component of regenerative agriculture systems. You can't really do it without healthy soil. So I put together this presentation that we're going to go through today, and it's about 20 minutes long or so. And it's a presentation that I developed. It's actually an abridged version of a presentation I developed about 5 years ago with some slight changes to it. And the presentation is actually it's one of the more controversial presentations that I'll probably do. And it gets into some real basic components of building healthy soils, how to do so. There's some really interesting insights that I hope that you guys will all find. And so we're going to do this for about 20-25 minutes. And then after that, we are going to bring in one of our friends and colleagues, and just a wonderful gentleman who I can't speak highly enough about. His name is Jim Pingree, and he's a certified crop advisor and PCA from Northern California. And he has been working with Apical for 3 years or so on some crop improvement in Northern California. He's going to share some of his experiences, successes, and how he has built healthy soils for his customers. So without further ado, I'm going to pull up the presentation here, and we will then get going. So all right. So as I mentioned, the presentation will be slightly controversial today, and I'm not really the one that really likes to drum up controversy or to deal with confrontation. Is really not my style. I'm more of like to find win-wins and develop ways of working with a variety of different stakeholders towards, achieving end goals. But at the end of the day, there is a significant dichotomy that exists currently in the minds of farmers, industry professionals, academia. There's a lot of different opinions about this concept of regenerative agriculture, organic agriculture, and its ability to actually perform at a high level and integrate well with our traditional industrial agricultural model that's been the norm for the last 50 years or so. So I entitled this presentation "Snake Oil or Healthy Soil," because, as any good farmer knows, there's snake oil out there, and there's a lot of potential problems associated with purchasing of wrong crop inputs. That said, there's also been a long history of crop inputs over the last 50 or so years, and many of those crop inputs maybe were actually snake oil, and maybe some of them are snake oil today. But that said, maybe that's not exactly how we might think of snake oil. So, originally, I believe snake oil was developed as a cure-all for a whole bunch of different AIDS back, over 100 years or so ago. And it may have actually been something that did work, but at the end of the day, it got a reputation for being something that was fake or not worthy of the money that might be spent on it, or a scam, or so on and so forth. And so, when dealing with regenerative crop inputs, there's often this, sort of a, comedic undertone. And it sometimes comes with a little bit of a snide comment that, oh, this is all snake oil, or this is all just kind of nonsense stuff. And so in this presentation is designed to dispel those notions and to show you some real hardcore facts about why building healthy soil is essentially 180 degrees opposite of snake oil.